time. It's exactly 3:30. You're tuned to Jacksonville's best for gospel radio. Thank you so much, my friends, for tuning in and making us your choice for gospel radio. And now at 3:30, live from the studios, we'd like you to stay tuned now for Mind's Voice. Keep the dream alive with Minister Yolanda Holston James. And I know she has an interesting topic for you this afternoon, one you certainly don't want to miss.
I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Good evening, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Martin's Voice, P.O.O.F.F, Protect Our Future Families, where we speak the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. Okay, I've had several things that have been going on over the Christmas holidays and New Year's. Our website at keepthedreamsalive.org. Some people have sent in on the blog, and then it got really active over the past couple of days with us having the government shutdown. One thing that I wanted to talk about today was, why is it that people do not talk to their children and listen? Because I've been hearing about all this corruption in our school system. Now, we know we have corruption in the judicial system. We have corruption in areas of life. We have corruption in businesses. We have corruption in the police department. We have it everywhere. But the one that concerns me the most is when you hear about teachers that were hired to teach our children, and they are just there to get a paycheck, and they turn their heads when different things happen to our kids. The one thing that disturbed me the most is it's 2019, and I'm still hearing about the words that are being called to children and as adults. People are so comfortable with calling people the N-word, and when it's said to children and nobody stands up and says anything, we have, it's really disturbing. I was on the phone with someone this past week. Another person called me today, earlier this morning, and they were telling me about they had sent some information to my blog, and was saying that this child got drugged down the hallway. A teacher went on Christmas vacation after she had called this particular child the N-word, and then they turned around and said that the cameras at their school doesn't work. So my thing is, they're always talking about they want guns in the school. I want to present the question: do you think that we should have cameras in all of our schools? They have cameras on the school buses. Why is it that we can't have cameras in the school system? Do you think that that would help with protecting our children? Because it's not all about kids bullying kids. We got teachers bullying other teachers. We got teachers bullying students. But we're so amped to say that these kids are so terrible and so this and that. But they can't speak their own minds respectably because they're being bullied by. What do you think about the fact that when a teacher bullies a child? That's my question. What should we do? Because we don't have anybody that steps up or says anything until it hits the news. How do we stop it? How do we go about stopping it from happening before it hits the news? We don't have anything in place, because if the teachers or the principals don't step up and do what is necessary, and they turn their heads to what's going on, what do we do? How do we do it? How do we take control over it as parents? Because a lot of you see a lot of people that are sending their kids to school, but they are sending their kids to school for them to teach them. It's not like it was back in the days when the parents raised the children. A lot of them are sending the kids to school for the school to raise them. So that's my question for today. I just wanted to get some feedback on some questions that was presented, and programs that we have that are coming up and going, because of the fact that some of the kids, they have came forth, because I do mentor children, and they have came forth and says that um, they don't have anybody to talk to, because when they try to tell the parents or whatever, then they don't listen. They don't want to hear it. They'll say, well, okay, well, we'll talk to them, it's just, it gets brushed off. And then if the kids say something, then we have an issue. So that's my question that I wanted to talk about. Because, like I said, we have corruption in areas, some things that need to be done, and some things that need to be brought to attention. So let's see what we get. So, like I said, some of the things that I heard, and I'm not going to name any schools, but we are in the process. My committee and myself are in the process of doing some whistleblowing on some schools that different things have been happening. It was just very disturbing that what we've been hearing over the Christmas break and New Year's break, and things that have been sent, and phone calls and texts, and just different things that my committee and everybody we've been hearing. So we'll see if the community has anything to say about that. So,
and that phone number is 766-9285, 766-9285. If they need the area code, it's area code 904, 766-9285. All calls are welcome.
Yes. Okay, so that's just one thing that we needed to talk about. Okay, we got a caller. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, you're on the air. Uh-huh. Okay. Right, but it's as far as I've been looking at it from both ends, but it's the part that disturbs me is that there are teachers that are coming to me and that are stating what they're witnessing, and they're not doing anything, and they've seen kids, what is ISE, ISE students that have been abused. They've seen kids that have been cursed out, drugged down the aisle. Down the thing, the hallway, and they was like, well, why has this kid been treated that way? They hug me all the time, and they're a quiet student and whatever. And then, as far as these are teachers that are coming to me saying that certain teachers, not all teachers, but certain teachers that are just being rude and doing things to kids, and nobody's doing anything. So that's the thing that I wanted to. Why is it that we have to step up when the news gets involved? Why is it that we can't stop situations and stop turning our heads when we see certain things that happen to kids, or certain things, because we have kids that are going to lie and that are going to do certain things, but things like that really needs to be addressed. It doesn't need to. Right. 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 But that's not being that's not being done. And I brought that to the attention of the person that brought it to me, and I was like, but you have a professional responsibility to assure that this does not happen. Why are you saying, oh well, you're gonna make an anonymous call later, or you're gonna do this? So that was disturbing to me, that the fact that you didn't do anything, you just let this happen, and then you said that it's happened more times than once.
Well, that comes to, and when it comes to those teachers, because I was actually calling on behalf of when you were saying that students, and you were a student, and you talk to students on a regular, that, and I know as being, like, because I teach in a college preparatory setting, and I talk to students all the time about their grades, their behavior, everything.
Right.
And they will not, sometimes when it's time to say self, they will lie.
Right. Okay, that is true. That is true.
Different facets that are also involved with the child, the parents, the student, and the teacher.
Right. And that's exactly what
Can you give me a second?
I understand, and I'm agreeing to what you're saying, but we do need to take another call.
Your word, but I have a very valid point as well.
Yeah, I do understand that, but we still need to take another call. So yes, I'm agreeing to what you're saying.
So, okay, I'm gonna let you take your call because you know.
Yes, next caller, how may I help you? Go ahead.
Hello, I'm calling.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. That's the telephone interrupt, and I'll follow the ONDPN.
Okay.
First of all, sister, I want to say to you,
Uh-huh.
what you need to do is put it in God's. I apologize for the interference that I'm glad I got through.
Okay.
Put it in God's trust and as the basis of what we need to do.
Correct.
It's the family that can involved.
Right.
I've been with the school system a real long time for 20 years. We saw this
Right.
with our kids, your kids, all kids. So if we get the family and the schools, we need the community as a whole.
Right.
We need to talk it out with our superintendent.
Right.
What I'm saying to you is that we're too shy, just like the other sister was telling me, every story. I've been on both ends of the fence.
Right.
I speak to the teachers, everybody working with students.
Right.
I speak up. I'm not trying to, oh, I'm so big and bad, but if you see a situation, you have a right, a moral right as well as a legal right to,
Exactly. Exactly.
family. You could actually be a parent.
Right.
What I'm saying to you is, let's teach children
Right.
from the cradle up, and we know what that is.
Right.
All right, that's the respect, gains respect. So the basis of what I feel is for the human being. We've lost touch with family, we've lost touch with community, we've lost
Yeah, you're
we have a mess.
right. You're right. Okay.
I'm not just putting them down, but
Right. Okay. Well, you're
we're having a battle, and we've taken it, I'm not gonna say we have, the person.
okay.
Our systems are not always judges.
Okay, ma'am. I agree to everything that you're saying. I agree to everything that you're saying, but we ran out of time. So I thank you for calling in. I'll talk to you further after off the air if you like. Everyone, thank you for your calls, your comments, for calling in to Martin's Voice. P.O.O.F.F, protect our future families, and we will see you next week. Same time, same channel.
And again, friends, Minister Yolanda also James, she's here in the studio. She'd be more than happy to take your calls off the air. The phones up to you here. The studio's AM 1360 perhaps, amen, she has touched a nerve.
You think?
Calls, I'll tell you, calls just keep coming in. So
Yolanda speaking.
985 and you can show my friends some love again next Thursday, 3:30 with Minister Yolanda Austin Jennings. Yes, that's no problem. Happening on a Thursday here at Fair Winds, and we continue that with Reverend Dr. Jones and shows up right on Tuesday.
That is true. Yes, 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 yes. Sure. Yes, yes, most definitely. When you want me on the show with you, 6 o'clock p.m. Okay, at 1360. When on what Tuesday you want me on the air with you? Okay, you say next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Okay, okay. Give me your number. Go ahead and give me your number. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay, and your name again? S-O-N. Okay. Okay, and let me give you mine. Mm, mm, mm. Yes. Ooh, don't you know it? I am too. So I'm like, no. It's 904 228 7761. No, I'm currently getting ready to go on the television. I'm finna do a street ministry. I'm finna do a street ministry. Yes, I'm finna take it to the streets.
FM 94.7.
No.
Your phone calls just keep pouring in.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful Minister Yolanda
Mm-hmm.
Austin Jennings in the
Mm-hmm.
afternoon. And again, friends, we'd like
Mm-hmm.
to share a compliment too. She's going to remain here in the studios, just waiting to hear from
Mm-hmm.
you. Amen on this afternoon. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
On 1360
Mm-hmm.
FM 94.7. The music continues now. Up next, here is Bishop Darrell Williams.
Right. That's what I'm getting ready to do, a street ministry, because I'm like, you can't everybody who come to the church, that ain't who we need to get to take it to the streets. And we got to take it to the streets. Uh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, yes, it is. It's time. It's time to stop playing church. It's time. It's time to stop playing church. It's time to stop sugarcoating it. And I tell them, I said, no, I'm gonna speak the truth whether you like me or not, because you don't, and that's the bottom line. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited to meet you. Don't make me come up here at 6 o'clock tonight just to be able to meet you. I know that's right. Yes. Yeah. He don't make no errors. He don't make any errors. He doesn't. Okay. What you I'm looking forward to meeting you, and God be the glory. Okay. All right. You too. All right. Bye bye. Oh Jesus, thank you. That's for me. Minister James, how may I help you? I'm doing okay. Oh, yes, yes, most definitely. I'm going into the charters and the public schools. In fact, as of last year, I decided to restructure my whole committee because I went in and started getting rid of people that didn't have really the love for children. So I am, and so this is the perfect time for people to start coming in because I just had 2 meetings today. So I am restructuring. So this will be the perfect time to come in, to get in, to talk and to let me know how you feel about, things that are going on in the community and what you would like to do. Because I'm getting ideas from everybody. I want this to be a group thing and not a me thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. That is true. Mm-hmm. 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 Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. Right.